Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the new semester. I'm so delighted that you have decided to take ESL 180, also known as ESL 380, depending on whether you're taking it for credit, which would be the 180, or for non-credit, which would be the 380. Let's go ahead and get started. I just wanted to make sure that you got a quick overview of the course so you can get an idea of what to expect. Okay. So you have probably already landed on this page where you have a dashboard. Well, my dashboard looks a little different than yours, of course, since I have courses that I'm teaching and that I am in. What you're going to be looking for from the dashboard, because it has a picture of the different courses that you're taking. For my course, what you want to come down and is you're going to find this picture right here. It says ESL 180, 380. And you want to click on that so you can go ahead and go into the course. You will always land on the home page, and the home page is where I keep the syllabus and the orientation video that you are watching currently, and each week that we progress in the course. And this, depending on the length of your course, whether it's summer or fall, will be the amount of weeks that we're going to go through. I will only have the week visible of the week that we're in because I want everybody to stay focused on the material we're doing at the time. So since this is the orientation video, we're obviously in week 1. So there's a couple of ways that you can get to the material for the week. From the home page here, you can either click week 1 or any of the weeks that we're in, or you can come over here to modules. And modules is the heart and soul of the class. That's where everything lives, essentially. So either way is going to get you there. So I'll go ahead and click on week 1. And as that comes up, you're going to see that week 1 will be expanded here, and you can see what we're going to do. Now, I set up each class the same way, or each week the same way, so you won't be trying to navigate different in a different way each week. We will always start with the overview. And this is very critical for you to read because I break down the readings and the lecture and the activities, the discussions, everything will be summarized in this week. And then you can come out of overview of week 1 and then all the material will be listed as you see it. So overview, lectures, assignments, discussions, quizzes. Okay, and you'll have one more that will come available in week 2 for you, and that will be journals. And we start that in week 2, but we start reading our journal in week 1. So let's get there. So we'll click on overview of week 1. And you will see that you can watch the introduction video like we're doing, the orientation video. You can watch my instructor introduction, but some of you have been students of mine before, so don't feel the need that you have to go watch that. It's only if you've never met me or if you would like to know more about me. It's not required, but it's there in case you do want to learn more. But the ESL 3, this actually, I've got to change this. This actually came up just recently. It's the 180, 380 orientation. Okay, so I'll get that changed real quick. All right. We have in Chapter 1 in Q Skills for Success, we're going to read pages 6 through 12 and pages 3 through 6 in Glass Castle. And then we're going to have the assignments laid out here for you, and you'll go to the assignments tab for that. And no exams. But I have laid out the copies of the book for you, just for these pages that we're working on right here. Okay? And those pages, I can only do that for the first week, maybe the second. After that, I can't provide the pages for you anymore because it's against copyright law. So you really need to go out and get those. Now, you've received an email from me showing you websites that you can get this book fairly cheaply. Both books really, really cheaply. Like Glass Castle, I think you can pick up for $5. And Q Skills, you should be able to pick up for $16, $18 like that. Okay? But here are the copies of the pages that we'll be working for the first week so you can keep up while you're getting your book. All right. So that's an overview of week 1. It's just a summary. Look at it that way. Okay. So we can either hit our back arrow or go to modules to go back to the week. And what we're going to look at here is when you do the vocabulary assignment for page 8, when you click on that, it will go ahead and launch it. It will say quiz, but really most of the quizzes are just assignments, okay? If it is a quiz, you'll know because I'll have it under the quizzes and exams, okay? So let's go ahead. I do want to show you something from the home page. You got a copy of my syllabus, but in case you need it again, you can click on the syllabus link here. There's many different ways to access it. You can preview it and it will open right up in this window. You can download it, or there's alternative formats. So if you have a screen reader or you need to have it presented to you in different ways, you can download this in alternate formats. And those formats, as you can see, as HTML or electronic braille or an EPUB or an audio file if it's best for you to listen. Okay, so there are different ways that this syllabus can be accessed. I also have the syllabus in text. It has none of the pictures or the pretty stuff, but it's easier for screen readers to read. Okay, so I'll go ahead and open the syllabus just to make sure that you remember what a copy of the book looks like, because it's important for you to get the Q skills for success reading and writing 5. That's very, very important. All right. Now, in your syllabus, I believe I sent you a picture of what that looked like. So you definitely want to get the right book. So I just brought up a real quick copy of the book just so you can see it. It needs to look like this, okay? Have that design on it and Q Skills for Success 5, reading and writing. And at the time I shot this, it's it's going for $15 and 14 used for $7.66. This was at abebooks.com, and then you just put in this name and we'll come up with that. So 14 at $7.66 and 15 at $15. So you really should be able to pick up this book fairly cheaply, but just make sure that you do it somewhat quickly so other people don't get it before you do. Okay, so let's go back now to class. And that's where the syllabus was. I just wanted to make sure that you saw that. So modules is the biggest thing that we're going to be looking at. We will be working on our textbooks this week and jumping right into it. You do have a discussion for week 1. So you want to make sure that you get in there and do the discussion. So you just hit this next button right here, just in case. You can do everything by hitting the next button. And we'll go back from that. Okay, so the discussion board is as follows. So let me go again to week 1 just to show you where you would find that discussion. So you go to discussions week 1 and it will be under class introductions. So if you click under class introductions, it's going to ask you to give your hobbies, your interests, your country you're from, any degrees or certificate. You can attach pictures or sound files or anything you would like. To do that, to reply to this post, what you want to do is you want to hit the reply in the discussion area, and then you're going to type all your information in here. So you would get started. Here is where all your information about yourself will be put. Okay, and then if you want to give us a little idea of what you look like, or a family picture or something else like that, you have a couple of choices. There's a little icon here that says embed image. So you can click embed an image and you can take us out to somewhere that you have that picture. Maybe you have it on Flickr, or maybe you've uploaded it in Canvas or something else like that. So you can put in an image for us. But what most students choose to do is they just make an attachment here, and then you browse it, and then you go look for the pictures that you have on your machine to put into class. Now, I don't have any pictures of me here right now, but you would just choose on your machine wherever you keep your pictures, whether you keep them in documents or wherever it is. Okay, so I'll go ahead and cancel that, but that's how you upload a picture here, or you can embed the picture here. And embedding right here, embedding means that the picture will show up in the text right here. So people will see the picture right away. But if you go to the attachment, people will need to open the attachment first, and then they'll see a picture. Okay, so there's just different things that you can do. All right, and then you would click on post reply, and then we would see your reply, your picture, if you sent one. All right, so that's how you do it. So I'm going to cancel out of that since I'm not a student, but remember, just come in here, hit reply, and then you can put what you want. All right, so that's the assignment for introduction, or for our discussions. We'll go back to modules, and we'll see anything else that we have to do. All right, so there's no quizzes and exams for this week. There is reading to do. You definitely want to get the Glass Castle because it's 288 pages, and we're going to read about 16 to 18 pages per week. This week, though, you don't have to read that much because it's the first week. But the Glass Castle is a fascinating book. It's amazing. It'll make you mad. It'll make you happy. It will stun you. And it's a true story about a girl who grew up in the 50s and 60s, who was extremely poor, and her crazy family that she grew up in. But it's a great story, and you'll love reading it. Another thing I wanted to show you, that on your home page, if you look to the right, if you look over here, what you're going to see is your to-do list. So each week that is active on the right-hand side will be what is due, and you can see the date right here. So that is a very, very handy thing for you to have. And if you click on it, you will go right to that exercise. So you can start. So if you want to do exercise B, then you would just take the quiz. Now remember, when it says quiz, a lot of times it's just the assignment. Sometimes there is timing on this, so you just want to make sure that you do know exactly what you have. Okay? And then you can take it. You can click here and take it. You can click your back button, or you can click your next button if you don't want to take it. Okay, so you also have a different view as well. So your to-do list is here. If you go to view course calendar, you get a snapshot of the month. So you know that you have to do your class introductions by the 21st of August, according to this calendar. Okay. And you have these two exercises that are due on Sunday. So that's the amazing thing. But I will tell you, don't wait till the last minute to do all of these things, especially your class introductions. You could do exercise B vocabulary page on the 16th, or actually on the 17th, not today, but on the 17th. And maybe exercise H on the 18th, and you could do your class introductions on the 19th. In other words, just because the assignment is due that day doesn't mean you have to wait till that day to do the assignment, okay? So the earlier the better, probably, and that way you won't miss any deadlines. Okay, so they've got some great things here for you to use to help you study and help you keep organized as you go through the class. You'll also notice on the left-hand side you have your grades link, and you click on that, you get this view. Well, one of the first things you want to take note of is how is it that the grading is done. Okay, so homework and quizzes and exams and essays and novels. So that comprises 100% of what you're expected to do. And then over here, it shows that these are the active things that still need to be done. It shows that you have no score because you haven't done it yet. But again, you can just click on the link. It will take you right to it, and you can start it. It will tell you how many points too. And then it keeps a running total here for you, so you can see how you're doing from day to day, from minute to minute, exactly how you're doing. The only thing that may not be minute to minute is if you're turning in an essay and the teacher needs to grade the essay. That might take 4 to 5 days to get a response on that because the teacher's grading 30, 40 essays. So that takes a little bit of time. Okay, so many things out here you already know about your student help and resources and library resources. If we have Confer Zoom, which for this class are going to be optional but beneficial if you can make them, you would just click on Confer Zoom and then go into and click join when the time and date is set. Okay, but I don't have anything right now, so there won't be anything in Confer Zoom for you to look at the moment. If you need to get in touch with me, you just go to the inbox, and this is the best way to get in touch with me. It's not through my campus email. It is through the inbox on the Canvas. So now let me take you over to the left-hand side of the navigation panel again, and let's look at some student support services that would be very beneficial to you. So when you come over here, there's going to be a little icon here that's student support, and when you click on that, you'll see that you can get counseling, tech support, financial aid support, career placement, your library, and your tutoring. Now, since this is a writing class, and it is our advanced writing class, one of the actual papers I'm going to have you go into tutoring just so you can experience that. And it says, look, you can get help with your classes even when you can't go to campus, which of course is all of us right now. This video was made during COVID-19. And so if you click on tutoring, you're going to have different ways that you can come into the tutoring. And one way is through their online services, okay? You do have to register for Tutoring 300. It's free. There's no homework. So once you do that, then you're going to be able to go into the Learning Center, and you can sign up for a real tutor kind of online like you do in a Zoom conference. Or there's the Paper Center where you can actually turn in your paper, and then an instructor within 24 to 48 hours will respond to your paper, and you'll get it back in your email. So you really should be doing this right away because, again, this class is advanced and there's a lot of work. You can do it. I haven't lost too many students. As long as you do the work and you stay with me, we're going to get you through it, right? So I'm very helpful and very positive to get you to your goal. But you got to stay with me. Okay. So this is where you want to go for your online tutoring. And then, of course, there's a tutoring center. Once you sign up for that, they're going to take you through NetTutor, and you can go through these different things, and you can see the areas that they tutor you in, and it's quite a bit. And it will give you the tutor schedules here, and they will give you the online tutoring and paper review, which is you, and you can make your appointment, okay? And it will tell you how to access what you need to do, but you've got to sign up for that Tutoring 300, very important. And then you're going to be able to get into, it will show up in your Canvas, and it will have a tutoring and a paper center in Canvas, but you got to sign up for Tutoring 300 to get it, right? And then once you do, you can do all of these things and get that tutor face-to-face, through Zoom, your paper back to you, all that kind of thing. All right, folks, so let's get back to class so we can see what else we're doing here. So that pretty much does it for our orientation video. I can't tell you how delighted I am to have you in class once again. We're going to do a lot of writing in here, some readings, critical thinking, but it's the kind of writing that is going to get you prepared for English 200 and English 1A, and takes you to a higher level. And I think you'll be excited about that because I take this from a very formulaic approach to have you practice each step of the way, and your confidence is going to be built up greatly. Reach out to me if you need me through email. That's perfectly fine. Again, do it through the box over here so I can see it more readily than I could see if you just use my college email. Okay. Have a great week, and I'll see you online.